everyone, it is Daniella from WiGo Trips, and I figured that the first post that I make for the WiGo app is that we should be videoing from exactly where one of my trips eventually is going to take place, is right here in New York City. And it's a little weird kind of making a video in the middle of New York City, but it's kind of the fun part of New York City is there's so many different people and so many different cultures that anything that you see isn't that weird, like someone talking to their camera. But I figured I would do it right here with Times Square behind me. If you can see, is that the first night on the during the trip, we are going to be having dinner in Times Square, and following the dinner in Times Square, we will be exploring Times Square and seeing everything. You can't see it right now because there is a building blocking it, but you do have the infamous red steps there, as well as you can see the New Year's Eve ball. And then also along the trip, we are going to be going to the Empire State Building, which is amazing because you can see literally every and anything for miles, especially if it is a clear day. I'm not exactly sure how high up, but it's gonna be around like 100 stories high, going to the top of the Empire State Building on the observation deck. So you get an amazing view of everything. Along with that, we are also going to be visiting Chinatown in Little Italy, because as I stated, New York City is filled with so much culture and everything and anything you could ever imagine, that each little section of New York City kind of has its own culture within this bigger culture and this melting pot. So we're going to be having dinner in Little Italy, having some amazing Italian food, as well as checking out Chinatown and seeing the culture within those subsections. And then another thing that we're going to be doing is visiting one of what I believe is the hallmarks of New York City, is the Statue of Liberty in Ellis Island. And if you don't know, Ellis Island is where many of millions of people immigrated into the United States through at the beginning of the 20th century. And I believe also the end of the 19th century. I'm not 100% sure on the history there, so please don't quote me on that. And also the Statue of Liberty, which is kind of, I believe, one of like the pinnacle things of the freedom that we have as Americans. So that's amazing. And I wanted to do this trip to New York City because if you can't tell from my accent already, I was born and raised in New York. I am born and raised on Long Island, which is about 45 minutes outside of New York, but born and raised here. And despite being from here, I never really get to explore the city and see all the amazing things that New York City has to offer. Most of the time when I come here, it's for right now, is for work, to do work, to be an adult, but it's never to really explore and take in all the culture, because I'm just trying to get from point A to point B. So this trip will be amazing to really take in the culture. And also I am very proud to be a New Yorker. I'm very proud to be where I'm from, and I would love to show my city to some other people and have other people experience what New York City is really like. And hopefully you guys are interested in going on my WiGo New York trip. If you are interested, please add me as a contact on the WiGo app. Don't be afraid to add me as a contact. Don't be afraid to shoot me a message if you have any questions about me, about the trip, anything that the trip entails. I will answer any and all questions that you guys have. So please don't be afraid or try to shoot me a message or add me. And hopefully some of you awesome people will be joining me on my New York trip when it comes around. Bye.
Hey everyone, Jackie McCarthy here, co-founder and CEO at WiGo Trips. I just wanted to say thank you for watching this video. Take a moment to like it, subscribe to our channel to learn more about WiGo Trips, and remember to download the WiGo Trips app to find your next adventure.